I'm still in shape right now. I'm always in workout. Like I love workout.
He's touching 50 years old. I think he should leave it where it is.
At 46, Manny Pacquiao has begun intense training in Los Angeles with coach Freddie Roach, gearing up for his July 19th comeback fight against WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Despite doubts about his condition, Pacquiao is driven to reclaim his boxing legacy. Even after stepping away from boxing, Manny Pacquiao has remained deeply committed to fitness. His current training camp highlights a focused and disciplined fighter, determined to make a serious comeback. He's rigorously following gym routines, strength drills, and conditioning exercises aimed at enhancing his reflexes and endurance. These efforts go beyond simply getting in shape. They're part of a calculated push to deliver a performance that proves he still belongs among boxing's elite at the highest level. While there's undeniable excitement around Manny Pacquiao's return, a strong wave of concern also lingers. Fans and critics question the wisdom of re-entering such a brutal sport at 46, especially after years of inactivity and no official fights since retirement. Many fear this comeback could be more damaging than legendary, raising serious questions about potential injuries and long-term health risks. The mixed reactions make it clear that not everyone views this late career return as a wise move.
Here, Manny Pacquiao aiming for a short return to the ring, age 46, Josh.
Yeah, I read something about that, man. It's, that guy's my hero, I named my dog after him and stuff like that, but he's touching 50 years old. I think, he should leave it where it is, but, obviously if you get a chance to share a ring with Manny Pacquiao, nobody's going to say no,
In recent interviews and training footage, Pacquiao reassures fans that his comeback isn't a reckless decision. He emphasizes that he stayed active even in retirement, maintaining a routine of daily workouts, runs, and gym sessions, not to prepare for a fight, but out of a genuine love for fitness. He claims he never abandoned the mindset of an athlete, and it's this consistent dedication to health and discipline that fuels his confidence as he returns to the ring.
He's fighting for the WBC welterweight title. That's July the 19th in Vegas, ironically. What did you make of that news when you heard it?
Well, it's boxing today, innit? To be honest with you, boxing thing. If you can let a 58-year-old Mike Tyson box a Jake Paul, then Manny Pacquiao coming back at 46 doesn't look too bad, does it? But if Manny's coming back though, Tyson was coming back fighting Jake Paul, Manny's coming back fighting for the world title. But, and I say this with love, how has Manny got his world title shot? He's been retired since he's got that on previous successes, hasn't he? To walk straight after being retired so many years ago, straight into a world title fight. How is that allowed possible? What happened? Surely he must have been dropped out of the rankings when he retired. all of a sudden he decided to make a comeback and put him straight in at number 1 contender. I think only boxing can answer that.
I think you say 5th, he's been already placed 5th as well ranked.
5th, how can he be placed back in the top 10? Yeah, when you've been retired years, and on your previous, he was a hell of a fighter a few years back, but we don't know what he's going to be like today. So you like to think you'd have a couple of warm-up fights so we can see forward. Yeah, and then get him in. But boxing these days, I think the money's everything in it.
You fought both, obviously. In your opinion, who's better? Who's tougher?
I think Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I think Floyd Mayweather. I mean, that sounds rich, because he absolutely was probably one of the most brutal knockouts in boxing history, I'd say. You know what I mean? When I see him getting knocked out by Pacquiao on Instagram or YouTube or anything like that, he's in the top 10 of the most destructive knockouts of all time. Well, I was a little bit past myself by the day, I'd had 1 or 2, I wasn't a master of defence like Floyd Mayweather. I'd take 4 to get 1 in sometimes,
Boxing veteran Ricky Hatton weighed in with a blend of criticism and realism, questioning how athletic commissions could sanction someone of Pacquiao's age for such a high-stakes bout. Drawing parallels to Mike Tyson's late comeback, Hatton argued that boxing is becoming too tolerant of extreme age gaps and uneven matchups. While he admitted that anything is possible in today's boxing landscape, he cautioned that these kinds of fights risk damaging legacies more than enhancing them.
That's true, right? Yeah. So, I'm going to tell you something I noticed this morning. You worked with 62 wins, 8 losses, but I'm going to be honest with you, half of your losses you didn't lose. You didn't lose to Bradley, you didn't lose to Jeff Horn. Your 2 draws are not really draws, you won those fights. Why is that, man?
This happened, I cannot say. We cannot complain. It's a charge like present learn from it.
Any advice to young fighters who want to be where you are, who want to be the next time, who want to be a legend?
My advice to them is stay humble. That's the most important thing. When God gave you a great responsibility, great power, then know your responsibility. Balance must be balanced. You cannot have a power without responsibility.
Recent footage from Los Angeles shows Pacquiao speaking with calm determination, ready to confront whatever lies ahead. He reflected on the responsibility of being a role model and the lessons learned from past defeats. His tone was serious yet optimistic, and he appeared physically sharp and focused. Training sessions reveal him striking pads with impressive speed, moving with fluidity, and attacking each drill with the intensity of a younger fighter, driven, disciplined, and hungry for redemption in his bout against Barrios.
Bad idea. Out of nowhere, the WBC decides they want their welterweight champion, Mario Barrios, to defend his belt against Manny Pacquiao. About 7 to 8, maybe 9, 10 years ago, I would have said, hells yeah, if we had a Manny Pacquiao championship fight. But Manny's been retired for 4 years. He's 46 years old. His last fight was in 2021, and he lost to Ugas in a unanimous decision. I watched his exhibition bout against the kickboxer guy in Japan. And again, I think people will look at this and go, well, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson, and yeah, that happened. And I also said that Mike was going to get really badly hurt, and it was a terrible idea for him to do that. There was health issues and everything else. Luckily, Mike didn't get super hurt in the fight, but this is a world championship level fight against a sitting world champion, and Manny does not belong in there. And again, I'm worried that he's going to get hurt bad.
Despite the encouraging footage, caution still lingers in the boxing world. Many critics fear Pacquiao's body may not withstand the physical demands of facing a younger, active opponent. His long absence from the ring only intensifies those concerns. While his dedication is undeniable, his age and the risks tied to a high-level comeback continue to raise doubts among fans and experts who once celebrated his dominance at the height of his legendary career.
Division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, he's going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those 2 dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this has been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion, Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. Like our cat's walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the PacMan back. Just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical, violent retirement?
Yeah, Reggie's a big Manny Pacquiao fan. He loves him because he knows about Father Time. His Father Time is undefeated. We know cats have 9.
Boxing analyst Ryan Campbell offered a more balanced perspective. While acknowledging the physical challenges that come with age, he highlighted how legends have defied the odds before. Citing George Foreman's late career resurgence, Campbell argued that boxing occasionally delivers miracles. With proper preparation and strategy, he believes Pacquiao still has the potential to create something truly unforgettable in his comeback fight.
Boxing Dr. News told onto your gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the Pac-Man turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Pacquiao's upcoming bout is more than just another fight. It's symbolic. The WBC welterweight title, one of the first belts that launched his legendary career, is once again on the line. Challenging for that same championship brings a poetic full-circle moment. This fight isn't solely about victory. It's about ending his career the way it began, by making history and reminding the world exactly who Manny Pacquiao is.